It's all about delegation. So whereas previously telephony to an end user or a manager or a supervisor, it's always just been a hunk of plastic on the desk. In terms of telephony is just a thing that works. And if I need to make a change or add people into a call queue, I have to raise a ticket with IT. There's SLAs, obviously response times to that. It means that IT have to then action that ticket. Whereas the introduction of Queues app means that it's delegated access roles, means that certain people like team leaders, team managers, um, different management layers can manage and control who's in the queues and control who's in what queue, which means that it just gives the power back to the people, being
Yeah.
able to managing their team more effectively and be able to make reaction type changes. So the best example is a boiler making company. If you get a cold spike, you might get that huge influx of callers, which means that you need additional hands to the pump.
Hmm.
Getting those people in means that your manager can simply go in, add people to the queue, remove people from the queue, etc., etc.
Yeah, and because I've seen as well with the Queues app, you can do like barge and whisper
Yeah.
type stuff. What's that all about?
So a lot of people historically have looked at like contact center as a solution for managing their telephony customer facing users. And full-blown contact center offer additional features and functionality. And in most cases where a contact center is required, there is no replacement. But some of those minor features, so things like listening, whisper, and barge, so the ability for your supervisor to listen into your call if you've got a particularly difficult customer on the line, or have a situation where you want the supervisor who's listening in wants the ability just to whisper so that the customer can't hear them, but their agent can. And obviously barge if there's a situation where it's hitting the
Gets
fan
out of
and the
hand.
supervisor needs to cut in, shut the agent up, and address the situation. They're sort of your basic features that you come with any contact center. They're now available in the Queues app through Microsoft Teams Premium. The thing that is not in Teams Premium, and obviously would mean there's still a market for the contact center plays out there, your likes of Luware, Anywhere 365, Genesis, and obviously the new Dynamics contact center as well, is the intelligence skill routing, your omni-channel features and functionality, your CRM integrations, all of those features and functionality, that's still contact center. So Queues app isn't there to replace a full contact center situation, but it just means that people who are part of standard auto attendant and call queues. So if it's a situation where your office number rings, take real estate, for example, if someone calls the Hartford office for their real estate, it will go into one number, but then probably to all of the estate agents because they don't necessarily always have a receptionist. That will go to all of the estate agents within the thing. All their phones will ring, first person to answer it. That doesn't need a full contact center, but you need to have situations where you're managing who's in that queue because of things like sick leave, holiday leave, people transferring and moving between different branches. And it just puts the emphasis back onto the office manager or supervisor or team leader to be able to make those adds, moves, and changes securely within their team's tenant, opposed to having to raise the ticket to central IT, potentially waiting a day or two until that's been actioned. And obviously what you don't want a situation where is it's ringing through all of these people who potentially aren't working anymore or aren't on that branch anymore, and therefore it just means that your speed to resolution in terms of that call to answer is a lot quicker for that end customer making that call.